Okay, welcome back. We got that. So we got that Mage, 25-man, Dragonsoul, Spine, and Madness. I have it on normal right now because for purposes of gear, I don't really feel my Mage is able to take the constant heal debuff. She can't heal herself, so. And without the extra damage to overpower it, don't want to try it. Alright, so we're going to skip all that. First thing you want to do when you land, you want to clear all 4 tentacles. You get a few seconds before Deathwing even realizes that you're there and tries to roll. Then you want to get on one side and kind of chill in a hole on his back and force him to roll just to get those things out of the way. You don't really need them. And personally, this is what I do. I switch sides once in a while just so you can get the bloods out into the middle. It just makes them easier to get to. You only need 8 to empower one of the amalgamations. That's what they're called. Okay, so I have one hitting on me right now. Gotta watch Deathwing. Wait for him to roll. And then again, switch sides. Ooh, almost blinked off the edge of that time. Gotta watch that. I might just start running instead. Kind of walk it out a little bit and then reattach yourself. That way, again, he doesn't throw you off the edge. Now, this first part is pretty simple and pretty straightforward and really boring because you're just slowly switching sides. That's all you're doing. You're just stacking up and kind of letting bloods out. So I got about 1, 2, 3. I got about 6. So I'm gonna get about 1 or 2 more. I may go for an extra 3rd one, just because I want to make sure that I empower this thing quick. Now you see my health's kind of ticking away slowly now. It's a good indicator, at least on a mage or a class that can't heal itself, that you really want to start stacking. So now that I'm taking damage, this is where the not so fun part comes in, and it never stops. You have to start stacking up these bloods, which means you have to bait the amalgamation into stepping on them. Now, being that you're the only one on Deathwing's back, you have to constantly keep moving or he will throw you off. Alright, you see I've got it at 9 stacks. Now this is where you want to start throwing all your instant procs and or quickfire spells. Instant casts are the best thing. You always have to have like a few second timer in your head. Now, here you're probably like, oh well, why don't you just sit in the hole so he rolls off? Because you just, if you do that too early, then he'll roll the empowered one off. Now I started this a little late, but arcane damage, it's too real. So there you go. And you see, while I was in that hole, he rolled, which is perfectly fine. And then do the same thing all over again, rinse and repeat. But at this point, you don't want to stand still. You're already in rhythm. You might as well just keep moving. This is max level 100. I forgot to say that earlier. This is all you do. It's easy mode. And you see, I got my amalg out again. You're just stacking them. Always refresh your ice barrier just to keep random damage off you. Now, being that you are a mage, it will hurt a lot eventually. Alright, so I got him empowered. I want to use all my burst. Pop him. Do the same thing again. He exploded. Use your side targeter here. Make sure you get eyes on him. Refresh your ice barrier mid-cast. Let this Amalg roll off, just to get that damage off of you. Alright, so I'm about 67% health. Took a lot. I'm taking a lot of damage. Normally, I would be running mirror images. Mirror images tank for you. It's the best thing you could ever run in any solo instance as a mage. Don't let anybody tell you any different. But right now I'm running Incanter's Insight, I think it's called. No, Incanter's Flows. Which is just as good if you know you can keep your health up and you can burst the damage. Alright, see now as you get farther down Deathwing's back, more of these bloods come out. So it's extremely easy to pop them out. Now, when you're kiting back and forth, this is the part that you kind of want to pay attention to where you're pathing at. If you notice that there's been a few times where I gotten slowed, it's because you're running too close to the, crap, I think I might have stayed too long on one side. No, I'm good. But yeah, if you stay, if you path too closely, okay, that's good, he exploded. So again, use your side targeter. I don't have to use Time Warp, but I'm going to anyway, just because my health is low and I just want to get it over with. Boom, there you go. That's Spine. 25. Alright, Thrall does his thing. Get an achievement. Boom, shakalaka, you good. Now, for Madness, here actually let me get this started here. Tell him that you tapped his ass and you're ready to move on. Now, for excuse me, for Madness, and really, I just left some of my old talents up. This is what honestly you should be using. You got Evanescence. If you're taking a lot of damage, these are for like young mages with not much gear. Evanescence, it's 45 seconds of you take no damage. You can still cast and do shit. You can't take damage for 3 seconds. Now this does get rid of your ice block, but it's a 45-second cooldown. Your ice block is 5-minute cooldown. Totally worth. Flame Glow is probably really good if you're doing constant damage, but your safest bet is always Ice Barrier. It's 25 seconds. You can refresh it, and it absorbs it to 30 damage, 30k. Ring of Frost. This one doesn't really matter. I mean, you nuke stuff so fast, so I just keep it as Ring of Frost in case something crazy happens where I need to go down CC. Greater Invisibility Cloak is perfect. You remove all the damage and or dots over time, and you also take 90% reduced damage while you're invisible. So if you're about to die and you're just trying to and especially if you're farming for gold, which is why I do it, it's a good way to save yourself from wasting gold while you're on these trips. Supernova, by far the best thing you can have overall, whether you're just normally DPSing or you're farming. It's so much burst. It's so much burst. Especially since they take that extra 100% damage while they're knocked out. So the Rune of Power Ward isn't really worth it. If you're going to choose one of the two, Incanter's Flows or Mirror Images, always take Mirror Images, but unless you know you got damage, my mage has damage, so the Incanters is just fine. But again, I prefer the Mirror Images just because they tank for you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start Madness. Now Madness, you have to actually do the mechanics. Because if you kill him too fast, then the fight bugs out if you kill him too fast. So you actually have to kill the impaling corruptions. You have to kill those, and then you just finish off the arm tentacle and move on. Now, if there is an Elementium bolt, let's say your damage is just not there for whatever reason, and it takes you time where he fires out a bolt, then you kill the bolt as well. Again, and then depending on if you're going for the achievement or not, you might want to change up your starting position. Other than that, just go through a normal DPS rotation. Again, if the thing comes out, you have to kill it. You have to kill it. So it's that supernova. Even if you just single target it, you can blow that thing up real quick. Nope. Targeting, please. Arm tentacle. Alright. Again, I don't really need the ice barrier. You're not really getting hit too much because you're max level. But just have it up. See me switching my camera a lot just because I'm looking for the corruptions to attack the aspect. And also, you can also fail this fight if your aspect is impaled and dies. Those things can they can kill Alex Strasser and all them. So you can't. That's another reason why you can't leave them up, because they will kill your aspects and then you fail the fight. Which is also similar to Ultraxon. If you can't kill Ultraxon before the time his first hour of Twilight in Heroic and 25 Heroic, he will one-shot the aspects of time. Or the dragon aspects, rather. I don't even know their title. Aspect of time is actually North Storm. But yeah, he'll one-shot all of the aspects and Thrall. The reason being is because the Hour of Twilight is normally supposed to be shared by 25 people, or at least 3 people. Not 25, but at least 3 people in the 25-man fight mode. Alright, and then you just want to drop Deathwing as fast as possible before all this shit spawns. Now, as an Arcane Mage with Supernova, you can actually clear those if they somehow, like, you don't have the damage to burst that last 20% of his health. You can easily wipe out all those tentacles with Supernova, like 1 or 2 Supernovas. But anyway, so that's Madness and Spine 25-man my way on my Mage. Again, I'm Arcane. You know, oh shit. Stupid cinematic. Arcane. Talents Evanescence, Ice Barrier, Ring of Frost. Doesn't, you know, this one doesn't really matter. Greater Invisibility, that does matter. Again, if you are not quite there on the damage, you need to like invis and try again, maybe pot up or something. Supernova, big burst, especially on single target is big burst at these lower levels. Mirror images, so they tank for you. They may not tank the initial hit, but once they start casting, they take up 100% of the threat for you, and then it takes up to all 4 of them to die before the target actually focuses you. I roll Arcane Orb. It's just quick burst. It also refills and gives you extra stacks of Arcane Blast. The buff for Arcane Blast give you the increased damage. That's what I run. That's the Revi my way. Dragonsoul, Spine, and Madness 25-man. Once my Mage is a little bit higher in gear and I feel comfortable, I will show you Heroic. Alright, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.